Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple. White and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So we on the field, be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, man? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. They down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to see it, yes, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh boys,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. We are very happy that you are with us as we are here for a little Lady Kahok soccer action. It's Tuesday. It's windy. It's cold. That seems to be the usual here on Tuesdays, but nevertheless, here we are, and we're about ready to bring you some Lady Kahok soccer as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Alton Lady Redbirds. And again, my name is Todd Duke. Welcome into the pregame show, brought to you tonight by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great services served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street in Caseyville is where they are located. We can actually see LC's Pub from the top step of the bleachers here at the press box. I wouldn't suggest it today, though. That wind is pretty gnarly out there. But anyway, if you're hungry and you don't feel like going out to eat, well, you can call LC's Pub. You still got to go out and pick it up and then take it back to your place. 618-855-9007 is the number for LC's Pub. Well, the Kahawks come into this contest 0-6. They are 0-3 in conference play under their third-year head coach Jody Munoz, who has a record of 8-35. Alton, they are also 0-6. They are 0-2 in Southwestern Conference play under their first-year head coach Shayna Lacey. Collinsville is trying to put their first notch in the win column on the year. Lady Kahawks are making strides in that direction, as Collinsville has only given up 4 goals over their last 3 games and are coming off back-to-back 1-0 losses against both of the Belleville schools. 1 week ago here at Kahok Stadium, the Lady Kahawks played probably their best game so far this year. Collinsville had 4 shots on goal in that match and almost put one between the posts late in that game, but hit the crossbar instead. Collinsville still searching for their first goal of the year. The last win for the Lady Kahawks, well, that was against this team from Alton High School. That was a 2-0 win here at Kahok Stadium on May the 4th of last season. Lady Redbirds are also winless, as I mentioned, on the year, but unlike Collinsville, Alton has scored a few goals on the year. Lady Redbirds lost their season opener 6-1 to Columbia in a match that was played at Althoff High School. Alton returned to Althoff 4 days later, where they lost a 4-2 match to Father McGivney. Alton was then shut out for 3 straight matches, all 3 at home, starting with their home opener and Southwestern Conference opener in a 2-0 loss to Belleville West. That loss was followed by a 4-0 loss to Triad and then a 9-0 loss to O'Fallon. Alton scored their 4th goal of the year in their last match. That was a 3-1 home loss at the hands of Fort Zumwalt West on Friday night. Tonight's game here at Kahok Stadium is the first of 6 straight road games for Alton, 5 in a row against Southwestern Conference schools. By the way, JV team won. They notched their first win of the year here just a little while ago, 1-0. Leslie Munoz had the only goal of the game. She scored that in the 47th minute, and then the defense made it held up, and Collinsville's JV team wins their first game of the year by a score of 1-0. Well, we are into our senior interviews this year. Already have done a couple in softball, did one in baseball yesterday. We only have one senior this year on the Lady Kahawk soccer team, and that is Olivia Johnson. And my conversation with Olivia Johnson will head your way next as the LC's Pub pregame show continues here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. It's another cold and windy Tuesday, so it must be time for some Lady Kahok soccer. It seems to be the weather of the day whenever we have soccer. We are going to interview our one and only senior on this year's Lady Kahok soccer team, and that would be number 5, senior Olivia Johnson in her, technically 4th year of varsity soccer, but she did not play last year, so we're going to go with 3 years. All right. First of all, Olivia, thanks for joining us, and tell me a little bit about your family.
My family, I had 3 sisters. One of them actually graduated from here, Destiny Johnson. Yeah, and my dad graduated from here too. My sisters all play sports, so we're a big sports family.
Tell me a little bit about the soccer story, how you got involved in soccer, how old were you when you got involved in soccer, and who was the one who got you started?
I think I was 3, but my dad definitely, he's always pushed me forwards, always wanted me to play soccer. Like, he's one of the best for me. Destiny, my older sister, she's also been there for me. I think she's someone I look up to because she goes to McKendree right now. She's one of the best soccer players I know, so.
I enjoyed watching her play. All right, I failed to ask about the pets. You have pets in your household?
Yeah, I have 2 Australian Shepherd dogs.
Names?
Everest and Bailey. And I also have, well, not mine, but my aunt's horse. I ride them a lot, yeah.
What's the horse's name?
Skippy.
Skippy the horse. How cool. All right, made varsity as a freshman, and remind everybody why you didn't play last year.
I tore 2 ligaments in my ankle and I sprained my ankle, so it was rough. Yeah.
Sounds like it's rough. So everything all mended up and healed well?
I think so, yeah. We've been wrapping it every game just in case. We don't want it coming back out, popping out.
All right, tell me what it was like to play on the varsity team as a freshman. I know you didn't get many minutes out there, but you do remember that. And how nervous were you?
I was really nervous because I looked up to all those players, so playing with them was actually a big deal for me. Very nervous, yeah.
All right, let's find out a little bit more about you. Excuse me. In the My Favorite Things category, which would be your favorite things. All right, your favorite sweet snack.
My favorite sweet snack, Skittles.
That's a good one. Taste the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. Favorite salty snack.
The Hershey's pretzel bites. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but I think they're newer, but they're really good.
So that's kind of a combination of sweet and salty.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite meal of the day, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
dinner.
All right, what is for dinner and who is the one cooking it?
My mom, usually she makes like just a homemade dish. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of chicken dish. That's my favorite. Love it. It's new. It's just like chicken and a bunch of stuff she pours into it. So,
So a hodgepodge.
sure. Yeah.
All right. Favorite restaurant?
Bandanas,
What do you get when you're at Bandanas?
ribs.
I was there the other day, as a matter of fact. My grandson devoured about a half a slab. All right, what is your favorite kind of music?
Country, for sure.
I get that a lot. So what's the big draw around here about the country music with the teenage crowd?
I don't know. It just fits my vibe. I don't really like rap music because it's not my thing.
It's not my thing either. All right, so in the country music genre, do you have a favorite artist or a favorite group?
Like Zach Bryan, Morgan Wallen, all the big people. You know them.
I do know him because my daughter is the same boat you are in the country music genre. All right, so how about old school country? Do you have a favorite old school country artist?
Probably Chris Stapleton.
Okay, well, it's not too old school. I was thinking, like Merle Haggard and stuff like that.
That is.
Of course not. All right, if you had your choice, books or movies?
Movies, for sure.
All right, so what is your favorite movie?
Oh, boy. I don't know. I think Fast and Furious. Good movies. All of them.
They are very good movies. So you don't read books?
Not really. No.
All right, favorite television show if you have one?
I don't think I have. I don't really watch television anymore. I don't remember any of them. I just watch movies.
All right, so more along the lines of this generation. How about a favorite podcast? You have one of those?
I listen to Sadie Croutwell, I think is her last name. She's a YouTuber. She's funny.
All right, let's talk about school. What is your favorite class?
I would say PE, but I'm not in it anymore, so probably psychology.
What is your least favorite class?
Math, for sure.
I get that a lot. I get science and math a lot. All right, what does the future hold for Olivia Johnson? What are you going to do when you graduate in May?
I'm going to go to SWIC, just get my gen eds out of the way, and I think I'm not playing soccer, though. This is my last year, and I want to do something with kids or something with, like, the ultrasound techs. Yeah, basically.
All right, time for you to get some shout-outs out there. Who out there would you like to say hi to?
My grandma and grandpa, both of them, and my sisters and my parents, my whole family.
All right, a little bit of a rough season for you guys so far. You're still looking to score that first goal, still looking for that first win. So tell me your thoughts as this season kind of progresses. What are you looking for?
Definitely looking for the team to score. I think that's going to be today. But I think we've grown as a team for sure. Our first game was pretty good. We have those minutes where we let them score. We have like 5 minutes of where we're tired, we're exhausted, and that's when they get to score. Just like our first game in Waterloo when they scored 3 goals against us. It was just those 30 minutes. So no team has seen our full potential yet.
Well, you got 2 0-6 teams going at it. Somebody's going to pull out a win here today, so why not you?
We will. I have a feeling.
Olivia Johnson, thanks for the visit. Good luck in your future.
Thank you.
That is number 5, senior Olivia Johnson. We'll take a break here on the LC's Pub pregame show. And all 11 starters for both Collinsville and Alton. That is what we'll have coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that, as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union strong. We are Kahok strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks!
Once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. It is a very cloudy, windy, and chilly night here for some soccer, but that is exactly what we have for you. And as promised, here are your starters. We'll begin with the Alton Lady Redbirds. In goal, you will find a freshman. That would be Jillian DeWiggins. In front of Miss DeWiggins, you will find Kelly Mossman, a senior defenseman. Vale Schwab, a freshman middle player, as well as another freshman forward in Izzy Brunau. Abby Davis is a junior defender. Jada Bruce is a senior forward. Christina Castelli is a junior defenseman. And some more midfielders for you: Audrey Alm, a junior; Tayan Orr, a senior; and Madeline Ducey, a freshman. And another forward is Grace Massey, a sophomore. That's a lot of forwards for Collinsville. Carly Van Dyke back in goal. She is a sophomore. In front of her, you will find Ella Smith, a junior defender. Olivia Johnson, our pregame guest, a senior defender. Morgan Lang, a junior midfielder. Ella Borm, a junior defenseman. Rylan Judasek, a freshman midfielder. Ashley Giannini, a sophomore defender. Quinn Hall, a freshman midfielder. A couple of sophomore defenders, and Addie Munoz and Carly Call. And a midfielder who is a junior in Liliana Lira. And on the other microphone, Mr. Brett Borm. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, Todd. How are you today?
Fantastic, man. We missed you last week, but it was a pretty good game. But it was the same weather we're having tonight, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, work called, and I had to go. But yes, very similar night. You got a lot of wind, crosswind going west to east, and I suspect that's going to be a factor in tonight's game.
Yeah, it is. It's coming from the back of the press box, going across the field. So anything going west to east is going to be messed with. The ball will travel a lot farther. If you're doing a corner kick from the far side of the field in both of those corners, it's going to be really cut down by that wind. So we'll be paying attention to that
for sure
for the rest of the night. All right, that is Brett Bourne. My name is Todd Duke. We have one more break coming up for you, and then we'll have some soccer. We'll have the start of this game between Collinsville and Alton after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family-owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC. Hey, once again, we welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at Kahawk Stadium. Todd Duke and Brett Bourne with you as we are just about ready to go here between Collinsville and Alton. And unfortunately, we have no stats for the Alton Lady Redbirds. We know they've scored 4 goals, but we just don't know who the goal scorers are. And, of course, they have a goalkeeper, but we do not have any stats on said goalkeeper. So the only stats that we have for you, since Collinsville is looking for their first goal, is the stats belonging to Carly Van Dyke. 480 minutes on the year. She is 0-6. She has allowed 13 goals so far this year for a goals against average of 2.40. And Carly has made 72 saves, and her save percentage is just a touch under 85%. Collinsville out there in their all-purple uniforms, purple tops, purple socks, purple bottoms. Numbers on the fronts and the backs are in white. Alton is out here in all white, and they have red numbers on the fronts and the backs of their jerseys. And both goalkeepers are wearing different variations of the black uniforms. And number 1 is Jillian DeWiggins, and DeWiggins will be posted at the goal to your left. Carly Van Dyke, double zeros on her jersey, and she'll be posted at the goal to your right. JV team won 1-0. They picked up the first win for the Lady Kahawk soccer program here on this young season, and that is the second goal scored of the year for the JV Lady Kahawks. We're going to see if Collinsville's varsity team can pull the same feat here. As I mentioned, the last win for Collinsville was against Alton, and that came in May of last season. So Collinsville trying to make it 2 in a row over their foes from the Alton School District. And last year, the two teams split. Alton won 1-0 at their house. Collinsville won 2-0 here at Kahawk Stadium. And Collinsville putting on the early pressure, but nothing doing yet as far as shots on goal are concerned. And DeWiggins is going to send us back to action. She sends that one all the way over to the far sideline. It bounces off one of the Alton players and over the Collinsville bench. So the Kahawks will have a throw-in. Once again, they have Giannini working up top, trying to get some goal scoring going on here for the Kahawks. Comes back out to the midfielders, rejected, and then Alton will send it all the way back down into the offensive zone. But that wind pushed that ball out of bounds. If it wasn't as windy as it is right now, that ball probably just skirts up the line.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like Coach Munoz has come out tonight with a little more offensive look. Probably sees an opportunity for the Kahawks to get some goals today. You got 3 attackers in Hall, and you've got Johnson, and you've got Giannini up top. Let's hope that pays off.
Yep. And Johnson, of course, our pregame guest. Nice talking to her. The only senior on this year's team, so my senior interviews for Lady Kahawk Soccer is already done and finished with. That's rejected, sent back the other way by Addie Munoz, and then Alton tries to settle it down. That is Kelly Mossman, who tried to settle it down. Turnover by Alton. They'll send it over here to this near sideline. Quinn Hall is going to chase it down before it comes across the end line. Sends it all the way back now to Lyra. Lyra with a cross right in front of the 18-yard box, but that's rejected there by Alton. And the Lady Redbirds go back to work. Collinsville trying to wrestle that ball away. Comes over here to this near sideline, sent to the middle, and that's sent back by Ella Smith. Smith sends it into the offensive zone and then sent a little farther off the foot of Lyra, but Dwiggins comes way out of goal and
sends it right back out to midfield off of the head of Giannini. Now back out toward the midfield logo. Collinsville trying to steal it back. They do. Nice little play there by Ashley Giannini. Giannini trying to track the ball down over on the far sideline. She does so. Got it past the Alton player, and then it ends up going out of bounds. So Alton will have a throw in from right in the middle of the Lady Kahawks bench. We're just underway. 3 minutes in. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Alton. Very, very windy. Winds are coming out of the west at about 30 miles per hour gusting. And we're going to avoid some of the winter-type precipitation around these parts, but I understand tomorrow and maybe starting later tonight, man, from about Springfield all the way up to Chicago, they're going to see some significant snow.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I have not caught that.
Yeah.
You know, looking at this Alton Redbirds team, on paper, Todd, it's going to be a very similar squad, I think, to what Collinsville is faced with this year as well. They have a significant drop-off from the talent that they've had, you know, the last 3 or 4 years in the Southwestern Conference.
Yeah, they got a lot of freshmen dotting both of these rosters.
They lost a lot of senior veteran leadership, and, you know, clearly, you know, we don't have that right now either.
Yeah. Both teams come in 0-6, and that's primarily the reason why there is just a lot of inexperience. Here's a shot and a save by Carly Van Dyke. Comes out the side, and oh, what a nice save there at the line by Carly Call, playing some stellar defense. Right spot, right time. And Collinsville avoids a first goal being scored here by Alton. Lady Kahawks try to bring it up, and they succeed to the middle part of the field. Got to get a little bit farther than that. Out to midfield it goes for Judasek. Judasek will send it back to her defense, and the defense will try to set things up. Munoz sends the ball on up to Hall. Back up the line it comes to the defensive side of things, and Munoz is going to send it over to Carly Call, and Carly will send it back out past midfield into the Collinsville offensive zone, slowed down there by Alton. Now just outside the middle circle. That is Johnson. Johnson gets it over to Judasek. Judasek sends it, trying to break out Giannini. Giannini coming in on that right wing, trying to turn the corner into the box. Sends one up front. Johnson tries to get there, but she's taken out right in the box, but no call on the play. And that ball is then covered up by DeWiggins.
Give credit to the Collinsville attacking midfielder, Judasek. She sees Giannini on that right side, springs her for a nice through ball. Great ball by Judasek.
Here comes Giannini again. This time she's got a little space, and she puts a shot on goal, but that wind gets underneath it and sends it up and over the crossbar. I like that Giannini wears those bright green sneakers. I can pick her out easily.
You know who she is, don't you?
Yeah, sure do. So a goal kick restart coming up here for DeWiggins. They do have a senior goalkeeper on their roster, Karen Lewis, but she's not playing tonight. And I understand they lost a big one in Lindsay Miller.
They did.
Junior midfielder.
Good, solid player. Came up through the St. Louis Scott Gallagher ECNL program. Tore her ACL.
Yeah, that's what I heard through the grapevine. Throw in coming up over here on the far side for Collinsville. Ella Smith throws it in, gets it to Lyra. Lyra continues pushing forward, trying to spring Giannini for another possible scoring attempt, but that ball comes loose. And the midfielder, or excuse me, in the middle of the field, is taken care of by the defense, but Collinsville intercepts. Here is Judasek once again. Judasek sends it up. Here's another opportunity for Giannini. Breaks in over on that right side. Sends one up the middle, trying to find Johnson once again. But Johnson got blocked off. There it is. There's the first goal of the year, and scored by Collinsville, and Judasek gets the first one of the year for the Kahawks.
Yes, that was Judasek. Another great ball by Judasek out to that right wing, feeding Giannini on that right wing. Giannini's able to dribble the ball down. Slots a pass. Unfortunately, Johnson can't cash it in, but guess who does? That freshman midfielder, number 10, Judasek.
Judasek scores the first goal of the game for the Kahawks, and the first goal this year for Collinsville comes with 33:41 left, and the Kahawks have themselves a 1-0 lead. We're back underway. And here's hoping that the Lady Kahawks can add on to it.
She's going to be a good player in the future, Todd.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on her. She's just really smart, really good at distributing the ball from that center mid position.
Yeah, I noticed that when the last game here last week against Belleville West. She did the same thing, same kind of moves. And
very composed for a freshman.
Yeah. So Alton will have to play the role of comeback this time as they throw it in to the Redbirds in front of the Kahawk bench. Up the line it goes, taken care of there by Ella Borm. She'll just kick it out of bounds. And we have about 33 minutes left, so there's still a long way to go, but we like what we see so far.
Absolutely.
1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Sorry about the camera glitching up a little bit here. It worked fine during the JV game, but I wasn't streaming the JV game. As soon as I started streaming this one, we got a little bit of a glitchy problem going on, but nothing too major. Boys volleyball team is over in the gymnasium. They're taking on Edwardsville. You can catch that game on the Kahok Broadcast Club Student Network. Zach Roseman has taken care of that one for us.
There she is.
There
again.
is Judasek once again. Nice steal by her. She'll send it up the middle, but no one back there wearing the purple and the white to put on any kind of a scoring possibility. And then Ella Smith will send that ball out of bounds, and that wind will take care of it and throw it all the way over there in the far side bleachers where there's one lonely fan sitting all by themselves.
What I really like about Judasek is she is willing to get in and scrap. She is willing to get in there and muck it up with some of the bigger girls, and she holds her own.
Okay, Hawks back playing some defense. That ball goes out of bounds. Anything that's close to that far side sideline, the wind's probably going to just push it out of bounds.
Yeah, look at that flag.
I know. I heard it's a brand new flag. It probably won't look that way by the end of the night. It'll be tattered and frayed on the ends just like the other one was.
I know a guy that can get a new flag.
I know. That's what I just said. I heard you say that earlier. I just got hit in the head with a stocking cap, man. Good thing it wasn't a baseball. I'm telling you that much. 31.5 minutes to go here in this opening half. Collinsville up 1-0. First goal of the year scored by Rylan Judasek. And Collinsville looking for more. Right now it's going to be Carly Van Dyke who will send us back to work as she takes care of this kick from the football 20-yard line all the way out to midfield. Rejected there by Alton, but there is Munoz. She'll pop the ball over to the other side for Ella Smith. Smith steps into it, sends it up the line, but couldn't find Olivia Johnson with that pass.
I'd like to see Collinsville clean up their first touch a little bit, bring that ball down to their feet, pick their head up, and look for the next pass. Right now, that first touch is getting away from a lot of the girls. And maybe it's wind-related.
I'm sure. It has a lot to do with it. I'm sure the Lady Canucks were just raring to get back to work here after having a whole week off. They were probably sick of practicing. But practice makes perfect, right? Isn't that the saying?
That's right.
Yep. Here is Judasek once again. She'll send the ball all the way over to Giannini on the far side. Off the top of Giannini, and she'll stay with it. Keeps it in bounds. Coming up that far side sideline. She's got Olivia Johnson breaking up the middle. Sends one in the middle and kind of mishit that one. It ended up going closer to Lear than it did to Johnson. And that ball will end up out of bounds.
Johnson's got to be checking her shoulders, making sure she stays on side. From this point of view, she might have been a step off, but I couldn't tell.
Elena Serna checks into the game for the first time tonight for Collinsville. And she immediately gets into the action over there on that far side sideline. Ends up going out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up here for the Lady Cayhawks, and it'll be handled by Ella Smith. Smith throws it in, trying to find Giannini. Back to Smith, or where she was standing anyway, but she was no longer there, and that ball ends up rolling out of bounds. Alton will take this throw in all the way over on the far side sideline. Comes in right in front of the Cayhawk bench, and that wind is going to push that thing out of bounds. You got to get it away from that sideline, or else it's going to get pushed. Almost got pushed in midair when she threw it in.
Yeah, she had a rocket of a throw, too.
Yeah. Out to midfield we go. Borm will send the ball up. Rejected there by Alton. Popped up into the air near midfield. Judasek and Borm there. Borm gets a hold of it first. Sends it up. Giannini in another foot race, but she will not get there before this ball gets blown out of bounds by that gusty wind.
Ella's got to do a better job of connecting her passes right now. She's missed 2 or 3.
This is the second Tuesday in a row that has been super, super windy. A little cold front moved through last night. All kinds of thunderstorms going on around the area. As that ball ends up going out of bounds again. And it'll be another throw-in coming up here for the Alton Lady Redbirds. Jada Bruce, the senior over there, taking care of this throw-in. Up the line it goes, and off the head of Judasek. And I can't believe that stayed in bounds. Over there skirting that sideline. Seems like a play has just taken place all the way over there on the far side pretty much this whole game. Bring it over here to this side. There we go. We're coming this way. Munoz couldn't get there. Now Ella Smith does. She'll send the ball back to where it came from, but Alton, they'll take care of it and send it up the line. And here is Grace Massey, the sophomore over on the far side. She played in the JV game just a little while ago. She'll send one right into the front of the box, rejected by Borm. And now it comes over to Judasek.
Good patience.
Judasek sends it up, but sends it to the wrong colored team there. Got to go for the purple jerseys, not the white ones. So Alton back at midfield, sends it back up. Ella Smith off of her body and then over to the far sideline. She holds her own against Massey over there, and Collinsville will get the ball back. Here come the Kahawks. That is Morgan Lang. Lang sends it over this way for Quinn Hall. Hall puts on a nice move trying to get around Tayan Orr, and then a mishit ball will give it right back to Alton. Here is Callie Mossman. Mossman sends it up the line. Collinsville gets there first. Judasek tries to send it over to Giannini. She got stepped right in front of, but Judasek comes right back, steps in front of the would-be ball carrier for Alton, sends it into the mid-court circle for Ava DiGirolamo. DiGirolamo will send it back over to Ella Smith. Back to Girolamo, or trying to anyway. That ball is not wanting to stay with its company very long. Here is Carly Call. She mishit that one, trying to send it over here. I knew what she was trying to do. She was trying to send it over here to Hall, who was all by herself. Ball rolls up the near side sideline, sent back up by the Alton Redbirds. And a little mishit there by Morgan Lang. She was trying to send it back over to Quinn Hall. Alton will have the ball thrown in. Got to wait for the extra ball to get out of there. Now the Redbirds throw it in up the line, and that is off of the body of Lang and back out of bounds. So we'll move up about 25 yards and have the throw in all over again.
Collinsville needs to get possession and start working the ball. Ava DiGirolamo had an opportunity to switch the fields. I was motioning over here,
She didn't see you.
Keep it coming this way. Instead, we're forcing it back exactly where it came from, into pressure.
Yeah, she didn't see you, man.
I know.
Yeah, it happens. 26 minutes, 15 seconds left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Throw in again coming from Ella Smith, all the way over in between the benches on the far sideline. Kahawks make a couple of more substitutions, and the ball comes into Judasek. Olivia Johnson and Liliana Lira check back into the game, and Collinsville goes back to work. Here is Giannini. Giannini will send it over to Judasek. Judasek gets double teamed, tries to stay with it, and she gets pushed off the ball. Alton comes away with it, and then a nice little stand there by Ella Smith right before midfield to make sure that one wasn't going to get any farther. Olivia Johnson almost stole the ball away, and Collinsville does. Here's a nice move by Lira. Lira will send it up into the box, but Johnson got stuck behind one of the defenders, and Jillian DeWiggins takes care of that one with no problem at all.
Yeah, she played that ball behind Johnson instead of playing that ball into space for her to run onto.
So Alton, they bring the ball up. Massey sends it out of bounds, so Collinsville will have a throw in. And Ella Smith once again will take care of that right at the end of the Alton bench. Throws it into Judasek. Judasek circles over there at midfield. Sends it back to the defense. Here is Carly Call. Call will send it up over here for Addie Munoz. Munoz dribbles her way up to midfield. Sends it to Judasek right in the middle of the Kahawk logo. And then Judasek sends it back over now to Ella Smith. Smith to Giannini right at midfield on that far sideline. Gives it back to Smith. Smith will send the ball up the sideline, and trying to chase it down is Olivia Johnson. She overran it, but so did her defender, and Collinsville gets it and sends it right in front of the 18-yard box, but no one there for the Kahawks to continue that forward progress. Alton intercepts the ball, and here is Izzy Brunau. Brunau sends the ball out to midfield. Collinsville intercepts again. Judasek gets taken down, no whistle on the play, and Collinsville continues that forward progress. Back to Ella Smith it goes on the defensive side. Over to Judasek. Judasek back to Call. Carly Call sends it over here and almost didn't get enough juice on it. And then Serna will send it back over to Munoz. Munoz up the line, but couldn't connect the pass.
Serna had her body position in the wrong direction. She needs to get towards that line, open her hips, and be ready to receive that ball.
That ball was bounced from Carly Call and off of the shins of Grace Massey.
Substitutions number 2, Ava Smith, and number 7, Morgan Lang.
Ava Smith, Morgan Lang check into the game. Out goes Giannini and Ava DiGirolamo. We'll get a little bit of a breather, and then they'll probably come back in and play the rest of the second or first half. We still have 23 minutes and some change left to go here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Throw in takes place by Christina Castelli. Castelli gets the ball back, pops it up into the air. Alton on the offensive side of things. Haven't had a lot of pressure to put on Carly Van Dyke as of yet. Carly had to make one good save and then another nice save over there by Carly Call. That was early in the game. Since then, Collinsville has spent more time in their offensive zone than the Alton Lady Redbirds have, but Redbirds now trying to rectify that situation. Another throw-in coming here from Castelli. Up the line it goes, and I'm not sure if I thought Addie Munoz was standing out of bounds when she hit that ball. We'll stay with Collinsville. Munoz will do the throw-in opportunity. She directs traffic and trying to spring Olivia Johnson, but couldn't get it over the head of the defender. I believe that was Tayan Orr. And then back out toward midfield, and here is Brunau. Brunau trying to get around Judasek. And a shot that'll take a one bouncer right to Van Dyke. And no problem there.
Lily Lira trying to make a blind pass here before she sees what's in the middle of the field. She needs to make a better decision there and look up the line versus across field there.
At midfield we go. Lady Redbirds pop it up into the air. Off of the head of Lang and Judasek try to wrestle for the ball. Judasek comes away with it. Sends it over to Ella Smith. Smith will send it over to the far side sideline. Collinsville looking for another opportunity to penetrate that offensive zone. Kahawks bringing it up. Here is Judasek again at midfield. She'll send it up to Munoz. Munoz. She'll dribble her way past the midfield circle and then right behind Morgan Lang with a pass that was intended for Lang. Lang will have to retreat. She does so. Sends it back to the defense. Here is Munoz once again. Munoz will send it over to the far side for Ella Smith. Smith has her head up, looks up, sends it up to Johnson. Johnson had a little pressure coming from behind, but she handled that. Now Smith will pop it up the line, and that ball will end up going out of bounds.
Getting a little sloppy here in the last 10 minutes or so since that Kahok goal.
Probably need more than one.
Probably.
21 minutes to go here in this first half. We're almost halfway through the first half of this game. Smith ends up sending it underneath her own bench. Another throw-in coming up here for the Alton Lady Redbirds. Going to have a cold next couple of days from what I hear before the weather will finally start to warm back up. Needs to get warm and stay warm instead of get warm. It was 80 yesterday.
I know.
And it was 50 on my way here today. Crazy.
This is the time of year I wonder why I still live here.
I know, right? Off of a body and out of bounds, and the ball will belong to Collinsville. We're off tomorrow. We have some Lady Kahok softball action for you Thursday. Same two schools, Collinsville and Alton. We're off on Friday, and then we'll have some baseball action for you Saturday morning. Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin comes to Fletcher Field Saturday morning at 11 o'clock for the Pink Out game. Right now, Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin 10-0 on the year.
Let's go.
Here comes Collinsville trying to work that magic on the offense. Nice job by Ava Smith stepping right in front of Tayan Orr. And Collinsville another throw-in.
Ava Smith doing a great job of drawing that defender into her, not making the pass too early, draws that defender in, and then is able to play that ball to Lily Lira. Lily's got to connect the next ball.
Free kick coming up here from the sideline from about 55 yards out. Going to be taken here by Carly Call. And she sends a little low squibber all the way up to the midfield area. Comes over to Judasek. Judasek will send it over to the far sideline. Trying to chase it down is Ella Smith, but she couldn't get there in time. I'm sure the wind helped that propel that one just a little bit farther.
A little bit, and I think that I thought it looked like that Alton defender got a touch on it, but I guess not.
Back to Call it goes again. She sends it up to the midfield area, and here is Judasek once again. Back over to Munoz. Munoz sends the ball up to Olivia Johnson. Johnson off of her body, and then it rolled away from her. And then up the far sideline it goes, and there's no way that's going to stay in. Wind will take care of that one for you.
Collinsville's had plenty of opportunity. They're not under pressure. At least our backs are not under pressure. They have plenty of opportunity to take a touch instead of we're just one-touching balls that are not getting connected into that next level. Bring the ball down, set up your next touch, then look to connect.
Ashley Giannini ready to check back in at the next opportunity. And the ball ends up out of bounds once again. We'll see if they let her come in now. Not this time. Popped up into the air by Borm and then back into the Kahok bench once again. Now Giannini will check back into the game and take the place of Olivia Johnson.
Number 13, Ashley Giannini.
So Giannini will go back and play the deep forward position now that Johnson's not in there. Comes to the sideline for Smith. Pop back out of bounds once again. And another throw-in coming up here for Ella Smith. Smith gets the ball in, and Collinsville trying to take it back over. And we have a whistle on the play, and it's going to be a free kick coming up here for Alton. It'll be a long ways away, about 70 yards or so.
I think Lily Lyra might have got her elbow up a little bit.
17 and a half minutes to go here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. And that ball squeaks by everyone, and the wind will push that one the rest of the way out of bounds. Ella Smith has had a lot of throw-ins here in this early part of the first half. Now she'll get to use her feet, sends it back up to the midfielders, and that one was
sure looked like a handball
off of the. I was going to say the same thing. Off
yeah.
of, I thought Morgan Lang kind of had those arms up, and it hit off of her arms. Kahawks trying to set things up. They bring it into the middle here for Lang. Lang will send it back to Munoz. Munoz
nice
sends it on up to Giannini. Giannini just taps the ball over for Ava Smith, and then Munoz will send the ball all the way back into the offensive zone, but there is DeWiggin. She'll pop the ball up in the air. The wind will knock that down. Didn't get very far. And Lang trying to wrestle it down. She couldn't get there. Massey, she's there for Alton. Sends the ball up, and now Munoz will find the loose ball, but Alton gets it right back, and they'll send it over here to Orr. Orr trying to break in over here on this right side. Gets the ball back from the corner of the 18-yard box, sends it into the middle. Knocked out of harm's way by Smith, but Alton stays with it on the offensive side. Nice job stepping in front on the defensive side of things over there by Carly Call. Or excuse me, that is Cerna. And another ball that ends up out of bounds. Coming up on 16 minutes to go here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. A shot that goes all the way to the front of the 18-yard box, headed down by Judasek. Collinsville starts it back up to try to get a little offense going. Here is Cerna. Cerna sends it up, trying to find Giannini. Giannini had that ball go away from her, and then she just got a toe on it, and that was enough to send it out of bounds. Helped out by that wind.
You know that wind's strong when you feel the shake press box.
Oh,
shake.
yeah.
Yeah. So far, Collinsville's not been able to spring Giannini in any sort of, attacking role here. They're man marking her. It looks like at least one person, if not two.
Yeah, she's had a couple of opportunities coming up that far sideline, but after that she couldn't either turn the corner or get a nice cross going on.
In that East game, when they brought her up, for that first time at Belleville East, I was really surprised and impressed with how quick she is with the ball. She is a fast player, and she brings that out when she has the ball on the dribble.
Yep. They made that move at Belleville East, and they have stuck with it since.
I'm guessing when we get against the O'Fallons and the Edwardsvilles, you might see her drop back.
There's a whistle against O'Fallon, so Collinsville will get a free kick from midfield. It will take place all the way over on that far sideline, and it's going to have to be kicked into this biting wind, unless they want to kick it right up the sideline, but then the wind's probably going to push it out. It's moving the ball right now. Yeah, you better hurry up. You can't really get a running start here, as the wind is just taking that ball to the far sideline. Here is Judasek. She'll send it over to that sideline to Smith, to Giannini. Back out to Serna it goes, and then back over to Ella Smith. Smith sends the ball up the sideline, intercepted there by Alton. Now the ball in a pop fly out to midfield, but that ball is sent right back, and Giannini in a little wrestling tussle over there with Jada Bruce. And the ball ends up going out of bounds again. 14 minutes to go here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Goal by Ryland Judasek. First goal of the year scored by the varsity squad. JV team won today, 1-0. Leslie Munoz scores in the 47th minute of that game. That was the only goal scored and the only goal needed.
Be nice to bring home 2 victories tonight, Todd.
Sure would.
This program needs it.
Yes, it does. Collinsville will be at O'Fallon on Thursday.
Yikes. Would they put up a 9, I think I saw,
9 against Alton. Yep, 9-0. Here is Munoz. She'll send the ball up to midfield. And Giannini trying to make sure it stays in bounds, but that's it's a tall task to answer for, man, when you're over there on that far sideline and that wind's pushing that way.
Yeah, for sure. Conditions are not ideal.
No, got all kinds of tarps down underneath the benches you see flapping around in the wind. Ball out to midfield.
There's another errant pass. The simple ball is to play square here to Addie Muniz, and then you can build out of the back.
Judasek in a little tussle there at the midfield circle, gets knocked down, and referee was right there to watch it all, so another free kick coming up here for the Kahawks. This one closer to that midfield big yellow circle that surrounds the Kahawk logo, so we don't have to mess with the sideline this time. Still got to mess with that wind, though. This time we'll just do a pass instead of a kick over to Ella Smith. Smith will send a bouncing ball toward the offensive side of things, and then it comes right back to her, to Judasek. Judasek over, and then heads back the other way, and now circles toward the goal. Gets the ball up to Olivia Johnson.
Nice
Johnson
ball.
sends the ball over to that far sideline for Giannini. Giannini, she is looking and sends it all the way out front, and a rolling ball towards the goal that's taken care of there by DeWiggins. Not a lot on that shot. I think that was kind of mishit a little bit.
Yeah, that was a bouncing ball, very tough to handle for Morgan Lang to one-time it, but she didn't have a choice. She was, flanked by at least a defender or two.
Yeah, she had one on either side of her when she took that shot, so credit her for having the fortitude to take the shot, knowing that she had some pressure coming from both sides. Here is Munoz stepping up, pinching in from that defensive side of things. Has a little bit of room to work with coming up that sideline. And will send the ball. Nicely done there. Looking, head up. Sends it into the middle to Judasek. Judasek gets a little pressure from behind. Sends the ball over into the near side sideline. And just couldn't get the proper angle to send it over to Hall. And that ball ends up rolling across the line. Goal kick restart coming up here for DeWiggins.
Very nice to see Addie Muniz show a little confidence with the ball at her feet, getting up that line. You're a much more dangerous team when you get some attack out of your wingbacks.
JV baseball, they were able to play today, and Collinsville won that game by a score of 14-9 up on the hill. Nicely done there by the JV team. Varsity was rained out. Softball was rained out as well. Tennis was rained out. Probably more like winded out instead of rained out for tennis. And here is Giannini. Giannini pushes the ball up the sideline, and it comes out toward the midfielders. Trying to wrestle it away there is Olivia Johnson, trying to get away from Jada Bruce. And now a ball comes loose, and it's taken there by Alton. They try up that far sideline. That ball is going to get blown across that yellow stripe over there, though. Anything that's going along that stripe is not going to last long in bounds.
Nope.
10 minutes to go here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Here comes the Kahawks.
Make your run.
They'll send it over here to Munoz. Munoz with her head up, looking for an avenue. Gets it over here to Hall. Hall from the sideline will send the ball up into the front of the box. Trying to get there is Olivia Johnson. She could not get around Callie Mossman. If she would have had a great opportunity to score a goal.
Callie Mossman does a great job of positioning herself just to keep Johnson from getting a touch on that ball, shielding that ball.
Here is Judasek, who has the only goal in this game thus far, to Giannini. Giannini will send it back over to Ella Smith. Smith will use the middle of the field and get the ball over to Borm, and Borm sends it up to Judasek. Now back over to Smith. Ella Smith looks for Judasek, can't find her, didn't get the proper angle on that pass, but Smith gets it back and will send the ball into the end of the Alton bench. Throw in coming up there right at the end of the Lady Redbirds benches. We have 9 minutes to play here in this first half. Don't forget we have the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up for you at the end of the first half of this one.
Collins learning a free kick here with a handball by Alton. See if we can get one more before the end of this first half.
Blues are off tonight after a big win against Edmonton last night. And believe it or not, the Blues are just 3 points out of that final playoff spot now. Popped up in the air right in front of the Kahawk bench, and the wind will carry it into and then over the bench. Cardinals are playing at the San Diego Padres again tonight, 8:40 scheduled first pitch there, so that game will be getting underway about the time we're getting out of here. Alton kind of mishit that ball, a little spinner at midfield, and then that one will get pushed over here to this near sideline, and it'll go out of bounds. And Collinsville wants to make a couple of more substitutions. Referee blows his whistle. They'll let him do that. Johnson and Lang go out. And coming back in is Lyra, as well as Everett.
You still got faith in those Blues?
I always have faith until they're mathematically eliminated. That one banks off a couple of noggins there. That was almost like a pinball machine. Collinsville have to go back and play a little defense now. Here's a nice move. Yep, coming up by Izzy Brunau. Brunau stays with it. Judasek steps in front of her. Brunau still stays with it. Sends it over to the far side of the box, to the 18-yard box. It'll end up going across the line and out of bounds. And Collinsville will have the goal kick restart.
Brunau does a really good job of turning Addie Muniz around. Not once, not twice, I think 3 times. Looks like a solid player for the Alton Redbirds as a freshman.
Yeah. These freshmen on both of these squads will get a lot of varsity experience, and by the time they're juniors and seniors, maybe it'll start paying off.
No, I think it will, Todd. I really do. I think these sophomores and freshmen with the Lady Kahawks are getting valuable experience, and I hear there's incoming classes below that it should certainly provide depth in the future.
Yeah, well, just look at in goal and Carly Van Dyke. She got a lot of experience last year as a freshman, and she looks great so far as a sophomore.
And we're setting goal for probably the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. I know that Paige Bonemeyer has been playing in goal for the JV team, and she's looked pretty good so far too.
Yep, no, she's quality for sure.
All the way over on the far side, Everett trying to track it down into the far corner of the 18-yard box, and that is sent up in front of the Kahawk bench. And a nice interception there by Ella Smith. Gets it up to to
back post.
Yeah.
Back.
Giannini right in front. Judasek, another shot, and
Love
that
it.
one just goes wide of the near side post. And Collinsville putting on a little pressure down on the offensive side of things. 6 minutes to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville.
She does not play like a freshman. She's very poised.
Yeah. I'm kind of shocked every time you tell me she's a freshman.
Yeah.
There is Alton with a goal kick restart being handled by one of the defenders. Gets it all the way back out to the midfield area, popped up into the air. And that ball will end up out of bounds. It'll belong to Alton, so they will have a throw-in right underneath our location. And this is Christina Castelli who will take this throw-in. Off of the head of Judasek, pops up that wind, threw it back in the field of play. And it comes over to Everett. Everett had that ball taken away from her and kicked out of bounds by Alton. So this time the throw-in will be handled by Collinsville, and Addie Muniz. She directs traffic, trying to spring somebody, and that somebody is Everett. Everett had a roll off of her leg, and Alton will send it back out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up here for the Lady Kahawks, but we'll move it up about 15 yards.
Prime example there of what I was talking about earlier, that first touch into Everett. She brings that ball down at her feet. Now Collinsville can possess, and she can look to connect. But
Serna had that ball go off of her. First it hit off of Orr, and then it hit off of Serna and ended up going out of bounds. So Alton will have another throw in here. Up the sideline it goes. Popped up into the air by Lyra. And then a little miss hit there once again by Serna. Ends up going back out of bounds. So Alton will do it all over again. 4.5 minutes to go here in this first half. Collinsville leading 1-0 on a goal. Just about 7 minutes into this contest. Out to midfield. Smith sends it over. And here is Giannini all the way back playing a little defense now to Judasek. Judasek will send it back to Carly Call. Carly Call will send it over here to this side now for Addie Muniz. Muniz looking for a little relief. Finds it over here on the sideline. Oh, just a little bit past Serna.
oh, he gave it to us. I didn't think she touched it.
I didn't think so either. So the Kahawks with another throw in, and once again it is Muniz. Muniz over the head of her intended target, which was DiGirolamo. Comes down for Everett. Everett to Judasek. Might as well give it to Judasek. She's got the hot hand. She puts on a nice little move and trying to get around a triple team, and that's a tall task to ask of a freshman there. And Judasek will come back and send it back over to the defense. And Smith over to the far sideline for Giannini. Giannini in front of her own bench finds Judasek once again. Judasek once again will send it back over to Smith. Smith will send it to Call.
Oh, no.
Call pops it up in the air. Lucky she didn't give that one out.
Yeah, you got Brunau playing up top now.
Yep, here is DiGirolamo trying to get around a defender. Everett is there as well. But Alton ends up finding the ball. Out to midfield it goes, off of Borm. Got tugged on a little bit as she was trying to walk away. And now over here to Serna. Serna gets past one, gets past another, sends it up trying to find Judasek. Judasek got there, but a little late, and she probably just took a knee to the shin, did Judasek. And now a chance here for Alton, but Carly Call will come back and take care of that one and just send it out to Van Dyke, who immediately pops it back up, out past the midfielders and to Giannini. Giannini being watched from behind over there by Bruce, and that ball ends up going out of bounds. And Bruce will handle the throw in right in front of her coaching staff. Kahawks back on the defensive side of things as we approach 2 minutes to play here in this first half. Here is Bruce. Couldn't get any farther than she did. Popped up and over near that far sideline. It is DiGirolamo trying to wrestle it away. That's popped up into the air once again by Gracie Massey. And now Collinsville will get it back and send it back out to midfield. Everwright trying to track it down. She will. Over on that far side sideline. A little bit of a tussle over there, and it ends up going off of Everwright and out of bounds. Kahawks lead 1-0. We're under 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Another throw-in being handled over there by Ella Smith. Off of Giannini. And out toward midfield. And DiGirolamo trying to wrestle it away, but DiGirolamo is going to get called for a little bit of a foul there, a little holding. And a free kick coming up here from just inside the midfield area by Alton. They don't waste any time. They'll send that one all the way into the front of the box. Comes down for Collinsville. Kahawks, they take it over. Sent over here to this near side for Serna. Serna.
Cut it. Oh,
sends
nice.
the ball up and just a little bit too light as Everwright tried to catch up with it. Couldn't do so. Knocked out of bounds by Alton. Kahawks with another throw in. Here is Munoz. We're under a minute to go here in this first half. Collinsville leading 1-0. Would like to get another one before the teams head to the locker rooms for a halftime. Comes down for Lyra. Lyra back over to Munoz. Munoz sends it to the front of the box just past Everwright. And now a rolling ball. Giannini tried to get there first. And we're going to have a foul called against Giannini. And it looks like...
Not intentional, but she
No.
sure trucked her.
Yeah. We're going to give Alton a free kick. It's going to come at just the front edge of the 18-yard box. We're down to 25 seconds to go here in this first half. Low line drive shot goes past everybody, and that'll roll out of bounds right in between the benches. And before we can get this throw in kind of taken care of, that's probably going to end the first half as Giannini sends it back to Smith. Smith will send it up the line, and Collinsville trying to chase it down. Here is Everwright, seconds left. Everwright over there on the far sideline, and that will do it for the first half of play. 1-0
Solid
in favor of Collinsville. Great first half for the Lady Kahawks, as the goal by Raylan Judasek is the only goal of the first half, and we will head to halftime at 1-0. Time now for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basement-y. Woods Basement Systems been working to keep homes dry since 1986. Give Woods Basement Systems a call at their Collinsville headquarters, 618-708-4055. Woods Basement System halftime show comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network. Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking.
providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Looking for a more upscale place to have a few drinks and some great food? Look no further than the Speakeasy Parlor in Maryville. Come inside for some one-of-a-kind crafted cocktails and some elevated bar food that highlights fresh ingredients. Then, try your luck in the private slot machine room. And don't forget to check out the Speakeasy sister company, Plan Shop Live, just 3 doors down. Plan Shop Live is a health-focused lunch cafe open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 3. Speakeasy Parlor, 2713 North Center Street in Maryville. Open 7 days a week with happy hour specials during the week from 5 to 7 p.m. Speakeasy Parlor in Maryville, 618-205-3540. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. We welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville as freshman Rylan Judasek scored. And around the 7-minute mark to give Collinsville the 1-0 lead, and they've held on since then, and that's where we stand 1-0. JV team did win 1-0. Leslie Munoz scored in the 47th minute of the JV game, and Collinsville notches their first win in girls soccer program this year. JV baseball won 14-9 over Ladue. Boys volleyball varsity lost 2-0 to Edwardsville, and the junior varsity team lost 2-1 to the Edwardsville Tigers. That is a look at your Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Not a lot with a bunch of rainouts today, so we'll try better next time. That's going to do it for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Again, if you got water coming into your home that doesn't need to be there, give my friends at Woods Basement Systems a call in Collinsville at 618-708-4055. Second half action is what we have coming up for you next on the Kahok Sports Network. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahok sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
And we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium. We're just underway here in the second half. Collinsville leads this thing by a score of 1-0 as Collinsville into the offensive zone quickly over there on the far side. Here's Giannini. She got that ball poked away from her and out of bounds across that far sideline. So right now, freshman Rylan Judasek's goal is the only goal that has been scored in this game. Collinsville hoping for a little bit more here as we continue to move along. here in this contest, just underway in half number 2. Pretty good first half there, Mr. Bourne.
Yes, it was. You know, Collinsville came out with a little bit of offense. Like to see that, getting some shots. Wind's not going to be a factor, I don't think, here because it's a crosswind, so there's really no wind advantage tonight.
No, not by anyone.
But let's see if Collinsville can get another goal.
Not unless you're on this near side sideline and you get a corner kick, then you got to worry about kicking it too hard because the wind will carry it all the way to the other side.
That is true.
If you have a corner kick over on the far side, you got to kick it into that wind, which means you need to give it everything you got. Popped up into the air. Collinsville keeping it down in their offensive zone, but that's intercepted by Alton, and the Lady Redbirds try to bring that ball up, but once again the wind takes hold of it and sends it out on the far side sideline. So Collinsville will have a throw in, and over on the far side, Addie Munoz will take care of that responsibility.
Looks like Collinsville does come out with the same starting lineup they had in the first half.
Yep, and they moved Giannini back up front after she was kind of moved into the defensive role there late in that second half. They'll send it up here and find the foot of Quinn Hall. Hall sends the ball up and trying to send it back to her. The wind should keep that one in bounds. It does. And Hall from the box. Here's a cross in and a save by DeWiggins. And I think that was partially tipped right at the last second, but DeWiggins did a nice job of staying with it.
Yep, I believe Olivia Johnson almost got a touch on it.
Yeah.
Quinn Hall doing a great job getting up the line, getting the cross off, beating her defender in that final third.
Yep, that's when the wind does help you out because that ball was close to running across that sideline over here, but that wind kept it from doing so. Now Hall sends one to the middle. Judasek is there trying to wrestle it away. She runs into Johnson, and it goes back to the defense. Here is Carly Call. Sends it over here to this side now for Ella Smith. Smith sends it up the line for Lyra. Lyra once again over to Hall, but Hall couldn't catch up with it this time.
Got to get that touch. Lily's doing a good job of finding the gaps here. She's checking into space and then able to distribute out here to the wings. So far, I like that.
That ball misses its intended target as the throw was handled by Jada Bruce once again. Collinsville gets the ball back, and they'll send it back into the middle, but that's a turnover, and coming away with it is Brunau, but Brunau got stepped right in front of by DiGirolamo, and Collinsville heading back the other way. Here is a nice pass from Giannini to Olivia Johnson. Johnson with a head of steam all the way over on that left wing, just outside the box, and sends it back, but that ball got pushed a little bit by the wind, plus it was a little bit of a miss hit there, but Collinsville and Addie Munoz stays with it, sends it back up into the corner of the box, and then it's just going to be sent out of bounds. Well, that was a nice little pass there. I thought she was just going to try to send it out of bounds and relieve some of that offensive pressure being put on here by Collinsville. Kahawks get the ball back, and we'll send it up into the box, but no one there to help out, and DeWiggins will have a nice, easy pickup. DeWiggins pops one up into that wind, and it takes a bounce out to midfield off of the head of Judasek and then off of the head of Orr, and now a foul is going to be called. We'll have a free kick coming up here from midfield as Ella Smith kind of tripped up Orr. Is that Orr?
Number 10?
I don't have a number 10.
I don't see a number 10 either.
Yeah.
Call it what you want.
I had two 12s, and they gave number 9 one of the 12s. And a little tap. But that's not going to be much of a problem there for Van Dyke. She'll send it all the way back out to midfield off of the head of one of the Alton players. And now Bruce will send it back up into the front of the 18-yard box. And Alton being a little dangerous here. Nice job on the defense there by Lyra. And then a harmless bouncing ball that'll find its way once again to Carly Van Dyke. 3 shots on goal by each team so far here in this game. Collinsville has the only tally, as that one is knocked down by that wind, but it'll take a Collinsville bounce. And Hall trying to track it down. They'll play ping pong off of some shins for a while. Hall then has that ball knocked out of bounds by Bruce. And Hall wastes no time throwing that ball in, and it's going to head back over to the sideline, and then it's knocked out of bounds. Johnson trying to get there before Jada Bruce does, but that didn't work out. Now Bruce will have the throw in. Bruce throws it in. Collinsville got the first touch on it, and then it ends up off of an Alton player and out of bounds, so Collinsville will get it. And it'll be a throw-in coming up here for Ella Smith. Smith trying to find Johnson. Johnson steps on the ball to slow it down and then sends it on over. And up the near side sideline, it'll roll just past the 18-yard box. And not far enough for anybody to do anything. Johnson gets in front of it and stops it for a moment. And now another opportunity here. That's off of the backside of Bruce, and we're going to have our first corner kick of this game.
Might be our first corner of the year.
First corner of this game. I don't know. We've had a couple of corner kicks.
Have we?
Yeah. Not very many, but we have had a couple. Judasek will take this one from the near side. She's going to have to wind at her back. So this is when you need to gauge that wind and
Back
not
post
kick
runner.
it real hard. That one's going to be all the way out here to Ella Smith. She'll send one right into the front, trying to find some help, but that help never materialized. Collinsville does come away with the ball. And an opportunity here for the Kahawks once again. Shot. That looked like it might have been off an arm. And there you go. That one's in. And Collinsville makes it a 2-0 game. And Olivia Johnson picks up her first goal of the year. And the Kahawks are up 2-0.
Ball bouncing inside the 18-yard box. It looked like that Alton Redbird goalie might have got lost inside her 18 a little bit. Way off the line. Olivia Johnson able to slot the ball nice and low into the back post.
I thought it might have been went off with a hand there for a minute of Jada Bruce, but there was no call.
I did too.
So the first goal comes at the 33-41. Well, that was what was left in the first half, and the second one, 33-48. So something about this, something about the first 7 minutes of each half is playing well for Collinsville. So Olivia Johnson picks up her first goal of the year to go along with Judasex. Collinsville has a 2-0 lead. Now the job is not to give it up. There's a slow roller that'll be picked up there by Van Dyke. And Collinsville out front 2-0.
That's a good sign.
It is. Now, don't let up on the offensive side of things, but we do have to clamp down on the defense just a little bit.
100%.
Here is Giannini. Giannini sends the ball into the midfield logo. Alton intercepts from there and takes it back down. Redbirds looking for a tally to at least get one of those back. Collinsville very happy where they sit right now with a 2-0 lead. And this one is going to be a go kick restart, or yes, it will.
Between Ella Borm and Carly Call, they're both going to have to be shirt tight and play shirt tight on Bronow. If that's their offensive threat, I would like to see them stay completely shirt tight to her, not let her get into any space.
Van Dyke gets it all the way back out to midfield. Johnson will send it over here to this near side. Trying to track it down is Quinn Hall. Hall steps in front of Bruce, keeps the ball moving in Collinsville's direction. Now Hall will get it back and trying to send one just outside the circle to Morgan Lang, but just didn't get enough on that pass, and then the ball will end up rolling out of bounds, and it'll belong to Alton.
Oh, Morgan trying to lobby for the call.
You got to do what you got to do, man. Sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes not. That ball sent out of bounds by Borm, so now we'll move up about 20 more yards. And once again, it'll be Bruce with the throw in here for Alton. Over the head of everyone wearing the white uniforms. Collinsville gets the touch on it first, but Alton finds the ball second until that was a mishit there off the back of one of the Alton players. Collinsville sends the ball back up. Here is Judasek. Judasek will send it over here to Lang, and Lang sends it along the sideline, trying to spring Hall, but instead she found one of the Alton players. Now it goes back out to Ella Smith. Smith will send it back to Carly Call on the defensive side of things, and we'll start all over again. Up to Judasek. Send it over on the far side now for Munoz. Munoz with her head up, looking for an outlet pass to someone. Instead, we'll just bank it off and out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in coming up here for Alton in between the benches. Comes up the line. And Collinsville takes it over once again. Here is Borm. Borm to Ella Smith. Smith sends it back out toward midfield, but right past the intended target, which I believe was Lyra. And now in the middle of the logo, they'll send it on up to Morgan Lang. Lang trying to send another pass over here to this near side for Quinn Hall, but just led her just a little bit too much.
Just a little bit, but it was a great idea from Morgan Lang.
Yeah. Hall will let that ball go out of bounds. Oh, and see? Instead of trying to wrestle that ball away from Bruce, she fended Bruce off. The ball rolls across the line. Referee gives it back to Alton.
Throw. I'll take the foul throw on that.
Yeah. Here's a ball that Alton tries to get up onto the foot of Massey, but we're going to have another foul called against Collinsville. That's going to result in a free kick coming up here for Alton from about 40 yards out. It's going to be taken here by Callie Mossman. Mossman doesn't waste any time, sends that ball up and right into, man, I'll tell you what, Carly Van Dyke, she played that one perfectly because I thought the wind was going to get
So did
underneath
I.
that one and carry that one just a little bit too far.
I thought it was going to go over her head.
Yeah, me too. Van Dyke sends it back out to midfield. Takes a bounce, but a foul called against Alton this time. So from the top of the circle, Collinsville will have a free kick. Carly Call once again will take this.
Let's go here. Right. Yep. Smith. Turn and go.
Send it over to Ella Smith. Smith sends it over to the sideline for Hall. Hall
Ooh.
got it kicked.
Need a knee.
Yep.
Something.
Yeah, she went down a little bit, and we're going to have a it's going to be a throw-in, or they call that a foul?
I think it's a foul.
Okay, so
She got the call.
Yeah, Collinsville will have a free kick from about 50 yards away. Carly Call will take it from the 40-yard line of the football field. 29 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in this second half. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. Carly Call sends the ball on a pop fly right in front of the box. Comes down. Here's Janini with a shot. Oh, right into the hands of DeWiggins. Had the right idea. Just wish she wouldn't have went right at the goalie.
Correct. She did everything right. She
Yep.
brought the ball down, got that first touch, played it into space. Shoot that thing back post, and you got a goal.
Yep. Collinsville making a couple of substitutions here as they'll bring Serna back in, as well as DiGirolamo. Collinsville with the ball. They'll have a throw in right in front of the Alton bench. They throw it up the sideline, and it's knocked out of bounds immediately. I think that banked off of the head of Judasek. And so Alton will now throw the ball in front of their bench, off of a head right at midfield. That's Munoz. Munoz gets blocked out a little bit there by Brunau, but Collinsville comes away with it. Here's Giannini. Sends it in front now for Lang. Lang sends it over here to this near sideline for Serna. Serna had to stop her progress a little bit and come back for that ball. Collinsville gets it again, sends it up front, but that's rejected. Comes all the way back to midfield to Ella Smith. Smith sends it on over now for Judasek. Judasek had the first goal of this game in the first half, and Giannini with the second goal here in the second half. Giannini trying to break in front of that 18-yard box once again. Collinsville trying to track the ball back down. Nice little move getting in front of the player by Morgan Lang. But here is number 10 that's going to get past everyone. And a little bit of a mishit there. I don't know who she was trying to send it to. The only one in the vicinity was Schwab. And now out to midfield, DiGirolamo. She stays with it, sends it over to Giannini. And Giannini with her head up sends it out to the midfield circle for Lang. Lang sends it up the line. Trying to track it down is Serna. Trying to get to the ball before it goes out of bounds. She does. Comes just outside the 18-yard box here on this right wing and sends the ball across the line for a goal kick restart. We approach 27 minutes left to play here in this second half. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks already have one win tonight here. 1-0 the JV team won, trying to make it 2 for the Lady Kahawk soccer program in one evening. Back to the defense. Mossman sends the ball up to midfield. That's going to stay with Alton.
Turn around and face Borm. You can't give that much space to her.
Here is Brunau. Brunau trying to get around Judasek. Judasek holds her ground and gets in the way. And now Lang, and then a shot that's a one bouncer that's going to find Van Dyke. The 6th shot on goal by Alton. And after they had 3 in the first half, they've already equaled that here in the second half.
But I will take those shots outside the 18, outside the 20-yard mark there all day long. Carly Call will get a good look at them.
That's off of the backside of Johnson. Comes down for Giannini. She has to retreat. She does, and Munoz will send it on down into the offensive zone. Johnson trying to chase it down, and Johnson does. Gets out there and trying to send one over to Serna coming up the sideline, but that was kind of ricocheted off a couple of bodies. Ends up with Serna anyway. Back out to Johnson, to Serna. She takes the shot and once again right into the hands of DeWiggins.
It's good ball movement up top.
Yeah. Got to find a way to get that ball not right on the goalkeeper herself.
Correct. That's the
easier said than done,
that's the
right?
idea, right?
Yeah. Easy for me to say. I'm up here in a warm, comfortable press box.
It is pretty toasty.
Yeah, I got this little space heater down here, man. Once the windows are all closed and the doors are closed, that space heater will heat up this whole box.
What was that you were saying a couple weeks ago? You were hoping Coach Smith could get this thing air conditioned and
Well, yeah, by the time August rolls around for football, you need it.
climate controlled. I think I heard you
Yeah.
saying that, didn't you?
While you're at it, give me an escalator.
Why can't that AD come through for us, you said? That's
I
what
need
I
it.
heard.
Uh-huh. Borm is putting words in my mouth over here, trying to get me in trouble. Yeah. How about, yeah, there you go. Well, you'll make a lot of other people mad besides me doing that. How about a little dumbwaiter so I can just hoist up my equipment and then I can just walk up the steps? Yeah, okay, there you go. I have my own little chauffeur, right? Well, Clay Smith was talking about having a rope delivery system from LC's to up here. Here's an opportunity for Alton Judasek, man. To tell you what, not only does she know how to score some goals, she knows how to get back and play some defense
No,
as
she
well.
sure does, man. And she uses that body. She's not big. She's not even super
She's
strong,
scrappy.
but she just, yes. She's just willing to get in there and fight. And that's what you need, especially in that midfield position.
Yeah, in hockey they call that getting in the dirty areas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what she likes to do.
She'll go in the corners.
Yeah. So Collinsville with a 2-0 lead will look to add on to it. That ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to nope, it's not going to stay with Collinsville. They're going to give that one to Alton, and Alton's going to throw it in over on that far sideline off of a head and back to the defense. Collinsville's got 3 defenders back there. No one giving any pressure right now to the Kahok defense. Here comes Ella Smith. Smith tried to send a pass over here to Serna, but totally mishit that one, but no harm, no foul, as that ball will roll all the way back to Carly Van Dyke.
I don't think she saw that number 10, no name, I guess we'll call her.
Yeah.
I don't think she saw her there stepping into that space.
Yeah, I don't have a name, and I don't have a JV Alton roster, so I have no idea who number 10 is. I heard that she played on the basketball team, though.
Oh.
Huh? Or? I'll just take the last name. Caritas Orr. Well, now we have a name to go along with number 10. At least I have that much. 23 minutes to go here in the second half. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. K-Hawks with a goal in each half. Just about 7 minutes into each half, Collinsville has scored a goal. That ball gets blown out of bounds.
Was that a handball?
I don't know.
I'm not sure what he called.
Actually, if you want to get technical, it was 6 minutes and 19 seconds of the first half. I'll have to do some math to add the second half up. Pretty close, though. 6 minutes and 12 seconds, so that would make it 46-12, 46 mark. There's a ball that is handled by DiGirolamo, or excuse me, Van Dyke.
I was going to say.
I don't know. Sometimes the names just escape me for a minute, so I go with what's at the top of my head.
Great job by Call knocking that ball down. Otherwise, Brunau is off to the races.
Yep. And ball over here to this near side sideline. Everwright trying to move it up. She got knocked off the ball, and here is Orr with it. Orr will send it back to the defense, and that is Mossman. Mossman with her head up, looking for someone to pass it to, getting a little pressure from behind by Lyra. Now all the way over onto the far side. They'll send it up right in front of the K-Hawk bench, and a ball that was kind of mishit. Borm will put a foot into it, send it back to midfield. Collinsville trying to wrestle it away over there on the far side. That is Quinn Hall, and bodies fall. It's going to be called against Collinsville, so a free kick coming from midfield here for Alton.
I didn't see the foul.
Looks like Giannini wants to check back into the game along with, is that the other Smith?
Looks that way.
Yeah. Smith girls have on the, the salmon-colored shoes?
Is that what you call that?
I think so. Okay, call it pink.
Okay, these are orange here
Yeah.
on the on Ella Smith.
Yeah.
On
Those
the
are
others,
orange.
Yeah, I don't know.
Looks like Serna's got on the salmon-colored shoes. They still didn't let Giannini or Smith check in over there on that far side. Alton trying to get it back up into an offensive side. Everwright is there. She intercepts the ball. Collinsville will send it back to their defense. Here is Addie Munoz. Munoz over on the far side sideline. Looking and trying to spring Lang loose in the midfield circle, but she already had a body on her. Didn't get that far. Back to the defense once again. Here is Carly Call.
Time. Draw the defender.
And on up to the middle and stepped in front of by Alton once again, but Collinsville and Carly Call returns the favor, but Massey ends up with it over on the far side sideline. Alton sends it on back. and sends it back up into the offensive zone. Collinsville trying to get this ball back, get a little bit of offensive zone time themselves.
Jeez. Ella Borm, bring the ball down and connect a pass.
Throw in over on the far sideline, and Giannini and Smith still waiting there in between the benches to come in.
I can do that to my daughter, right, Todd?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
She's your daughter. And that ball out of bounds, and Alton is going to have their first corner kick of this game. This one's going to be going into the wind.
Yeah, so this should hang up.
Yep.
If it's got any elevation, it should hold up in the air.
Abby Davis, the junior defenseman, will take this free kick from the far side corner. And we'll see the wind mess with this one.
Let's look for Carly Call to own her 6-yard box.
That ball popped up, and that wind keeps it up in the air for a while. It comes down off of a head, and easy save there, if you will, by Carly Van Dyke.
Carly Van Dyke, that's who I see. I'm calling by the wrong names now.
It happens, man. I'll just chalk it up to mine to old age. I don't know about you.
Carly's, Ella's, Ava's.
Well, I got a couple of Carlys.
Yep.
Carly Van Dyke, Carly Call. Here is Everett. Sends it over to Hall, but Hall couldn't hold it in. Ends up going underneath the Alton bench as we approach 18 and a half minutes to go here in this first half. Throw in on the far sideline off of a head, popped straight up into the air. And Munoz tries to fend off her body. She does so. And then it's sent all the way back out to midfield, trying to find Everett. That ball is taken care of, though, by Alton. They'll send it back to their defense and then back into the offensive zone, but the wind will push that one out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw in right in front of their bench. Finally, Giannini and Smith get to come into the game.
That was probably 5 minutes worth of.
They were probably freezing over there waiting to come back in.
We got Giannini. We've got.
Out goes Everett, and out goes Serna.
Smith.
Throw in comes from Munoz, and right back to where the throw in came from. Collinsville's defense will head back, and over to Carly Call it goes. Carly almost fell down. Now it gets past her, and Collinsville's got the defensive back there, and that one will go wide of the near side post. That was close.
That was really close. Told you those two girls between Borm and Call, they're going to have to stay really, really tight on Bruno.
Time can't move fast enough for you, can it?
Mm-mm.
17 and a half to go. Kind of blocked out by that far upright of the football goalpost. Every once in a while I look up there, and the one I can't see. I'm like, oh, really? There's only 7 minutes left? No, Todd, that's 17 minutes left.
Here we go.
Here's another opportunity. Nice job by Ella Smith, but she got around her again. And then a shot that was blocked by Collinsville. We're going to have another corner kick coming up here for Alton. This will be their second one in a row, but this one's going to come from the near side. So the Lady Redbirds will have the wind in their favor this time.
It was a great job by Addie Muniz to recover and get back. Otherwise, that was going to be a very dangerous opportunity for the Alton Redbirds.
Another opportunity here for Abby Davis. She'll have the wind at her back this time. And again, if she kicks it too hard, the wind's going to take it all the way out the other side. Comes down in front. Collinsville got it out there first. And then Giannini gets it again. This time it's going to go off of the shins of one of the Alton players and out of bounds. So that'll turn into a goal kick restart.
A couple close calls here in the last 3 or 4 minutes. I don't like it.
Yeah. Getting a little dicey here on the defensive side of things for Collinsville, but so far so good. Kahok still maintaining that 2-goal lead. Popped up into the air, into the offensive zone for Alton. There is Judasek. She'll wrestle the ball away. Munoz will send it over into Collinsville's offensive zone. Takes a couple of bounces, and Olivia Johnson runs right into Mossman. Mossman will get the better of that and send the ball back up to midfield. Stopped for a moment by Munoz, and then Collinsville trying to take it back over, and Giannini, I thought she was going to go into the circle to try to wrestle the ball away, but she kind of backed out at the last minute, and that one's going to go off of Giannini's foot and out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up here for Jada Bruce once again. Bruce throws the ball in off of the back of the head there of Schwab. Comes to the Collinsville defense, heads back toward the sideline, and then sent back up into the 18-yard box, and a slow roller will be picked up by Carly Van Dyke. Off day for you tomorrow. Same two schools hook up over at the Collinsville Sports Complex Thursday as we'll have a little softball action for you Thursday afternoon. Not supposed to be very nice out that day either. Tell you what, man, these soccer games and these softball games have been really chilly the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
Got pretty lucky Saturday morning, and then again yesterday with baseball.
Perfect ball.
There's an opportunity for Lyra. Lyra trying to send the ball up, but there wasn't anybody wearing the purple and white to send it to. Over on the far sideline, Munoz takes over. And Munoz will send the ball deeper into the offensive zone where it's banged around for a little while. And then Collinsville sends the ball back out to midfield. Giannini, she'll be the first one to get there. She'll send it back to Smith. And Ella puts on a nice couple of moves to get away from Orr. Now over to Borm. Borm will send the ball right off of the backside of one of the Alton players. But there is Ella Smith to clean up the trash. And Collinsville continues their push forward. And an opportunity for Kahok sends in a ball that's popped up into the air off of DeWiggins, and it rolls over here to this near sideline where Orr will take it over. Send it back over to Bruce, and Bruce back to Orr. Orr over here on the near side, kind of circles with it for a little bit. Back to Bruce. Collinsville takes it over. Judasek will send it up to the other Smith. That would be Ava. And right through the couple of defenders and a slow roller that DeWiggins picks up with no problem at all. Excuse me. Just as I was reaching for my drink, my throat said, yes, you need one.
Bring it down, K-Hawks. Come on.
Out to midfield it goes, off of Munoz and out of bounds. That ball will belong to Collinsville.
The ball girls look cold tonight.
I think everybody's cold. In the Midwestern saying, every winter and spring, if it wasn't for the wind, and really, if it wasn't for the wind, it probably wouldn't feel too bad out there.
You're probably right. I think it was still, 50 when I got here, probably.
Yeah, it was when I got here. Probably feels every bit of about 38, 39 degrees with that wind.
For sure.
Overnight low supposed to drop down into the 30s. I'm tired of the 30s, man. Here's Collinsville trying to bring it back up. I'm ready for the weather to get warm and stay warm, but it is just the 2nd of April, so you know how things go in March and April around these parts.
I sure do. I think Coach Smith and I are ready for pool season.
I think it was warmer in February than it has been March and April.
Yep.
I'm ready for pool season, and I don't have a pool.
Come on over.
Well, you know, all you got to do is invite me.
I'll work on that.
Okay. Got to wait for all the sports to end, though. I don't have a lot of time during the school year.
No, you don't. I don't know how you do your schedule.
12:15 left to play here in this second half. Got a couple of fun weekends coming up. My wife's got the 5K Cardinal Run coming up, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Saturday after that, we're going to be in the Y2K Trivia night for the football team over at the American Legion. And then the following Saturday after that, myself and my daughter are going to go taking a little Greta Van Fleet concert over at Chaffetz Arena.
Ooh, I bet that'll be good.
Yeah. This will be my third time seeing them.
So tell me, is it good?
Oh, yeah, they're really good. Really good.
Yeah.
I enjoy them. Very musically talented group.
I know they're compared to Led Zeppelin,
Yep.
right? You
Yep.
know, that singer, I don't know who he is, but he certainly sounds like Robert Plant.
Yep. He's got the voice, that's for sure. That ball knocked out of bounds.
That'd be a good one. I'd be interested in that.
Yeah. First time I saw him was at the pageant. That was a lot of fun.
I probably haven't been to the pageant in 20 years.
I go to the pageant every December for the El Monstero shows.
I gotcha.
Going to see El Monstero this summer, actually, over at the old, I call it Riverport still. I'll always call it Riverport.
It's always Riverport. It's always Kiel, and
Yep.
it's always the TWA Dome.
Yep. Thankfully, Busch Stadium has never changed its name because I'd still call it Busch Stadium. Collinsville up 2-0 as we approach 10 minutes to play here in this second half. K-Hawks leading 2-0, a goal in each half. First one by Rylan Judasek, second one by Olivia Johnson. So we've had a freshman score and a senior score.
Dribble. They're not pressuring you, Addie. Let's go.
Yeah, send it on up. Go as far as you can. Send it up the sideline, but a little bit too far for Liliana Lira to track that one down. And Alton throws the ball up the sideline, all the way back to the defense. Carly Call steps up to it. I believe that was Carly. Too far away for me to actually see the number. I just
it is.
kind of assumed it was. Back up the sideline it goes once again. Out at midfield. Couldn't track it down, could Lyra. Collinsville will send the ball back down, and Alton will send the ball right back. Munoz tried to step up and keep the ball in, but it ended up going off of her body, and in between the benches it goes. And Alton will have another throw in. We are down to single digits as far as minutes go. I like that.
Me too.
Popped up into the air at midfield. Ball comes down and sent out of bounds by Alton, so the Kahawks will have a throw in, and once again, it'll be the sophomore, Addie Munoz, to handle that. Munoz on the basketball team.
On the volleyball team.
On the volleyball team. Same thing with
Giannini.
young Miss Giannini. Giannini also plays track, or runs in track. I don't think you play track.
Yeah. How do you do that during soccer season, though?
I think she takes them when she can get them.
I see. Well, she's fast,
Yep.
you know, so I can see that.
Yeah. 4-sport athlete.
Jeez.
Yeah. She's got a lot more energy than I do.
I mean, you got to give kid credit too that can keep their grades up for that entire year through all of that.
Yeah. Comes out into the middle and sent over to the aforementioned Ashley Giannini. Giannini, she has some speed, knows what to do with the ball, cuts out toward the midfield area, and then with a little back kick, sends the ball over here to Morgan Lang, and Lang tried to return the favor, but just led Giannini a little bit too far, but Collinsville is going to have a throw in, and Giannini is going to go ahead and take this throw in over here on this near side sideline. 8.5 minutes to go here in this second half. Collinsville leads 2-0. Kahawks would love another goal.
Throw.
And right off of the body of Judasek, and then sent back out of bounds by Alton. So Giannini will have a throw in pretty much from the same spot that she just threw the ball in from. Into the 18-yard box it goes, and right past the head of Judasek. And they'll send the ball all the way out, but here is Carly Call. Nice little stop there. Carly moves up and sends the ball up, and that is off of the leg of Lang, and it comes down for Alton to take care of. Redbirds move the ball up. Here is Schwab. Schwab sends the ball up over to the defense of Collinsville. Into the midfield circle it goes for Lyra. Lyra finds Judasek. Judasek over here to Giannini. Giannini has that head of steam. Brings the ball up, puts on a move, and heads back toward the middle of the field and sends it back to Ella Smith. Smith, she looks around for a little relief. Sends the ball over into the middle now, and a little poke up front, but right past everybody, and it'll roll right to DeWiggins.
Collinsville doing a really good job of moving the ball in about the last 3 or 4 minutes, showing some possession, showing patience with the ball. I really like it.
Ball takes a bounce, and Call will send it back over toward midfield off of Munoz, and she'll stick with it for a minute. Pass out to midfield, and Collinsville sends it up the line, but the wind will blow that one out of bounds. And Alton will have a throw in right in front of their bench. They'll throw it up in front of the Kahawk bench. Comes down for Massey. Massey trying to turn around and send it back to somebody wearing the same colors as her, but that gets away. And now Collinsville had to get that ball out of the defensive zone there for a little while. Their defensive zone. Comes down. Ducey into the midfield circle area. Sends it over here once again for Schwab. Schwab trying to send it over to the far side, knocked down by Carly Call, and then it finds the foot of Ella Borm. Borm will send it up to midfield. Collinsville heads back on the offensive side of things, but that ricochets off of a body and comes right to Bruce. Bruce at the top of the circle has that one rejected by Giannini. Giannini, she's got an opportunity here. She'll catch up with that ball, come over here on this right wing, got her head up, looking for a little bit of help, turns the corner, and then we'll send one in front and right into the arms once again of Jillian DeWiggins, and that is Collinsville's 7th shot on goal to equals Alton, so each team with 7 shots on goal, but Collinsville has the advantage on the only category that counts, and that is goals scored. Right now the Kahawks lead 2-0, trying to keep it that way. They'll send it back to Carly Call on defense. Call will send it over to Munoz. Munoz in front of her own bench, skirts up that far sideline, and sends it up to Serna. Back over to Munoz. Serna sends the ball up, trying to spring Hall. Hall couldn't catch up with the ball and then kind of ran past it a little bit off the head of Munoz. And then it comes down for Bruce once again, or excuse me, that would be White. And a loose ball picked up by Collinsville. Here is Judasek. Judasek sends the ball up to Hall. Hall over on the far side into the 18-yard box, just on the outside corner of it, and sends the ball up, and it's off a body. Alton will take over from there, and then across the sideline it goes. Collinsville will get to keep it, and the Kahawks will have a throw-in as we have 5 minutes left to go here in this second half.
Going back to that last possession, Giannini making that run down that far right side, she'd be much better served to try and cut that ball back toward the top of the 6-yard box for a runner that's coming on versus that tough angled shot she had.
I don't know if she was trying to pass it or trying to shoot it, but she could have done both.
Yeah. No, I think she had a bad angle, and she had – there's going to be a corner.
Yeah.
Just a bad angle shot. If she just slots that ball back towards the top of the PK mark or something like that, you got a chance of somebody running on to hit it.
So Collinsville, second corner kick. They had one in the first half, and here in the second half, they'll send this one into that biting wind. 4:20 left to play. That one stays low, and it's popped up right on the sideline or on the end line there, and we're going to do that one all over again.
Ava Deej needs to get this ball up somehow.
Hard to do in that wind.
I know.
And a little bit of a low line drive, but that one is sent out of bounds. I don't know if the wind helped that one or not, because that one was just mishit, I think.
I think it was just a shank.
Yep. 3:50 to play. Oh, crap. Man, oh, man, oh, man.
Did you lose your camera?
Yeah, I did. Wasn't paying attention to the time. So now I got to start all over again here.
Come on, Cerna.
Well, there we go.
Come on, Cerna.
And Alton trying to get it out of there. They finally do. I'm trying to get another thing added on here. Game, yeah. Soccer, yeah. Opponent, yeah.
Ella Borum taking a tumble. Ball back to Carly Call. She dishes to Addie Muniz.
I thought I had this thing set up for 2 hours. Don't tell me we've already played 2 hours.
Ava Deej making a run up this far left sideline. She needs to find a trail. She does. I like this part of your job.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun stuff.
This is good.
Yeah.
Addie Muniz serves one. Not able to connect.
All right, let's see if I can get the camera to pop back up here on my screen. I thought I had that thing set for 2 hours. You mean to tell me we've been playing for over 2 hours? Let's see if I can get this thing to pop back on here. I have to give it a little bit of time. 2.5 minutes to go here in the second half. Collinsville leads 2-0.
Can they still hear us?
Yeah, they can still hear us.
They can hear us.
They just can't see anything. All right, let's tell me I'm on here.
Addie Muniz taking on an Alton defender. We're going to have a throw in for Alton. Far sideline.
There we go. We're back up. Sorry about that, folks. Got to program these huddle cameras, and I thought I had it set for 2 hours. Maybe I just had 90 minutes, I guess. I don't know. At any rate, we're back on. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. You haven't missed much. Time's running out, though. That's a good thing because Collinsville has a lead at 2-0 as we have the final 1 minute and 40 seconds left to play here in this second half. A ball into the Collinsville defensive area, and Muniz will send it back over to midfield, and it's taken there by Brunau. Brunau, excuse me, looks over here to this side for Bruce. Bruce will send it back over to Brunau. Brunau, she's very tall.
She is.
Yeah. And Collinsville, nice job there by Ella Smith to poke that ball out of bounds. 1:15 to go here in this second half. Collinsville trying to hold on, pick up their first win of the year. Last time Collinsville won was right here on this field against this very team last May. Here's Brunau, does a nice job getting around one, gets around another one, and that one is popped off of a body, comes down in front of the box. Kahawks trying to play a little bit of defense here. Alton down to the desperation mode, trying to put as much stuff as they can toward the goal, and that one is going to bounce harmlessly toward Carly Van Dyke. She'll pick it up, and we have 45 seconds left to play here in this second half. Collinsville leading 2-0. Van Dyke sends it all the way out. Did I just say nothing? 2-0?
You did.
2-0. You were taught in broadcasting school to pronunciate. It's not nothing, it's nothing. It's not 100, it's 100. I remember all those lessons.
It's not bruh, it's bro.
Bro? I hear that enough at school, man. Yo, bro. 15 seconds left to play here in this second half. Back out to midfield off of Judasek. And then sent over to the far sideline. It'll roll out of bounds, and that might just about do it. Collinsville will have control of the throw-in. They'll throw it down to Judasek, and that's it. Kahawks win by a final score of 2-0 to pick up their first win of the year. On goals by Rylan Judasek as well as Ashley Giannini. How about that there, Mr. Brett Borm?
You know what? It's good to see the Kahawks get in the win column, especially as we head into the juggernaut on Thursday against O'Fallon. Maybe we'll have a little bit more confidence, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of formation we come out in that against that type of competition. Is Giannini going to go back to center back? My guess is yes, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will, and I will see you probably at some point next week.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That is Brett Borm. My name is Todd Duke. Time now for the post-game show, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call, 618-343-3602, or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Kahawks win 2-0. Back to talk all about it as the Chiropractic Works post-game show continues right now on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had a ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had the surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Lady Calcs win their first game of the year, and they do so with a 2-0 win over Alton. By the way, the last win for Collinsville was against Alton on this very field, and that very score, 2-0. Joining us now is Hannah Liljegren, one of the assistant coaches here for Jody Munoz. So congratulations. I'm sure the girls were very happy about that.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been a long time coming for those 2 goals, and I am very proud of them.
All right, let's talk about the first goal scorer, and that would be a freshman in Rylan Judasek. I'm very impressed with her and her ability to play, not only on the offensive side of things, man, but she gets down there and mixes it up on the defensive side of things as well. So tell me what you guys like about her.
Rylan is a gritty player. I think she is a very coachable player, which is great to have. It's not something that you can teach a kid to be. She wants to get better. She takes in at training everything we say, and she implements it as the best of her ability. And she's not afraid to get stuck into tackles, which is why she's been a cornerstone of our center midfield.
Yeah, we were equating that to a hockey term they use in hockey called get to the dirty areas, like in the front of the net, stuff like that. And she's not afraid to mix it up. I called her scrappy a little while ago. Would that be good?
Yeah, scrappy, gritty. I think she was our leading fouler for a while.
Yeah.
Might still be.
Yeah. All right, that's not a bad thing to have. You
Not
know,
always,
in the
no.
NHL, you need some fighters too. Those guys are pretty scrappy.
Yeah, we tell the girls to hit first. We be the one to hit first. We set the tone physically, and Rylan certainly does that.
All right, let's talk about one of your defenders there, and Carly Call. I really like the way she handles herself back there. She seems to find all the loose balls back in the back end of things and gets things going in the right direction.
Yeah, Carly last year played more on the wing for us, and so asking her to step up and play more of a center role this year was different for her. And we really like the way she stepped into that role, replaced Ashley in the back so we can move Ashley forward. And Carly's a player we really trust back there.
Yeah, you also got Ella Smith back there, and she might be tiny in stature, but she makes up for it in the play.
Mm-hmm. Ella and Ava both the twins use their body well. They're small, and I know what it was like to play as a small player too. And I think that that's something both of them do really well is they know how to use their body. They're not afraid to go into tackles, and that's something that you have to be whenever you're small like that. And Ella specifically is very scrappy.
Olivia Johnson was our pregame guest, and as usual, the pregame guest usually shines. She gets the second goal of the game, and she wouldn't have got it without a nice setup there from Ashley Giannini.
Yep. I think Liv is in a very tough position this year as the only senior. And she's had to step up and be a leader on the field, and we've asked her to play in a position she usually doesn't play up top at forward, and I think she's done a great job stepping into that role. I'm very proud of her for that, and the composure to finish that ball was great.
Carly Van Dyke had another great performance as the goalkeeper, and none better than that first save that she made. Then the ball stayed down there, and then it was knocked out by the goal line by Carly Call, so that was a kind of a rough situation there.
That definitely made our stomachs drop a little bit. It seems like this whole season we've put together 70, 75-minute games, and we need 80 minutes. And both Carlys kept us in with that goal. But we just got to put together 80 minutes.
Yeah, well, enjoy this one, and you guys got an off day tomorrow, and then you got your hands full, man. You got to travel to O'Fallon and play a very tough Lady Panthers team.
Yep, it's going to be a tough game, but, when we played Edwardsville, it was going to be a tough game too, but the girls really came out to play against Edwardsville, I think, and we just have to put together a game like that. And then what we've been working on in training is making the runs off the ball, which we actually implemented today, which is great. And I think if we play as hard as we did defensively and actually have some offensive attack like we did at Alton today, I think we have a shot.
Well, you're going into that game with a ton of confidence after this 2-0 win.
Absolutely.
All right, congratulations. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
All right, that is Hannah Lilger and one of the assistant coaches here for Collinsville. K-Hawks win this one here tonight as the K-Hawks get a goal from Ryland Judasek at about the 6:19 mark of that first half. And then at the 46-minute mark, Olivia Johnson tacks on another one to give Collinsville a little bit of a cushion. And the K-Hawks go on to win this one by a score of 2-0. As I mentioned, Collinsville's next opponent is at O'Fallon on Thursday. And for Alton, they are at Edwardsville on the same night, on Thursday night. Our next action is going to come to you Thursday afternoon. We have a little K-Hawk softball coming up for you between Collinsville and Alton. Big thank you again to Olivia Johnson joining us in the pregame show, and a big thank you again to Hannah Liljegren joining us in the postgame show, and as always, a big thank you to the other guy on the microphone. That would be Brett Borum. My name is Todd Duke, and until Thursday afternoon from the Collinsville Sports Complex, everyone enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.